Hello everybody, it's Foo here, and today I've got a fun Rabsca team video for you, and I built this with my friend MoxieBoosted, aka Marcus, who is here for this video. Do you want to say hi, Marcus?
Hi everyone.
We tried to build around Veluza. I definitely couldn't find a very interesting way to use it. So over on Marcus's channel, we've done a Veluza Rabsca video, which is super cool. The team is so fun. So you definitely need to go and check that out. But we decided to do a Rabsca team on my channel, so that there was a tie in there, but it wasn't Veluza, unfortunately. That was a bit of a flop.
It still works out. I mean, we're sharing the Pokemon.
Yeah, and that other team, I think it's worthy of both videos because it's such a cool Veluza team. But in this one, the Rabsca team is kind of built around the Revival Blessing gimmick and Houndstone. So we'll go through the team now, and I'll talk you through some of the Pokemon that we're using. So the first one is Rabsca itself, which is a very fun bug Pokemon. It's Bug Psychic, and it's actually pretty offensive, but has decent bulk. And its main niche is the Revival Blessing and also being a Trick Room user, because the other Revival Blessing user is Pawmot, which is a very fast Pokemon. This one's much slower, so it's better for the Trick Room teams and that kind of variant. Now, Revival Blessing, it brings back one of your fainted Pokemon back to half health, but it's only got 1 PP unless you use the Leper Berry with it, which gives you another shot at that. So we can hopefully revive 2 of our Pokemon. And so when you're playing VGC, where you can only bring 4 Pokemon to a battle, so that's like a 6 Pokemon team versus 4, which is pretty good. And it ties in quite nicely with Houndstone. The other points about this Rabsca set are, it's got some special attack investment, so it hits pretty hard with Bug Buzz and then Earth Power. With the Terra Ground, it gives it a rock resistance rather than weakness, and that Earth Power gets stronger, but then most of the EV investment is in its bulk, so hopefully it'll be able to survive long enough to get the Trick Room and Revival Blessing off. Marcus, do you want to explain the Annihilate?
Yeah, so the Annihilate is basically like about as standard as an Annihilate can get, but we were a little bit more efficient with the EVs. So typically you'll see like 252 in HP and speed, but we hit 143 because it allows us to outspeed Dragapult in case we need to Rage Fist it. And by saving those extra EVs, we're able to dump them into the attack stats. So if we don't want to Final Gambit something, our Rage Fist or Close Combat will be hitting a bit more hard. But this guy's whole deal is basically just sacrificing itself to boost up the Houndstone Revival Blessing, or not Revival Blessing, the Last Respects, and then Rabsca can bring it back and we just continue the cycle.
Right, and then we have like Houndstone here. So Houndstone is the Ghost type attacker. You've probably heard a lot about it because in singles it's absolutely broken because you have 6 Pokemon on your team. So if Houndstone is the last Pokemon surviving and 5 Pokemon has fainted, then Last Respects gets an extra 50 power for each of those 5 Pokemon that fainted to become a base 300 power move. In VGC, when you can only have 4 Pokemon on your team, the max power is usually only 200. But Last Respects actually counts Revival Blessing Pokemon that have then fainted again as 2 faints. Then you can have base 300 power Last Respects if Houndstone's your last Pokemon, which is absolutely insane. Very, very strong. And hopefully we can get some KOs with that. The other things to note about this Pokemon, so Play Rough is a nice coverage move just to catch some of the dark types that would resist, so it's super effective against them. And Will-O-Wisp is just a random last move because Houndstone is pretty bulky, and if you can burn a physical attacker, that can really help you. It's got Sand Rush as its ability so that it can work in Trick Room, but also we have sand support, so outside of Trick Room you can actually be very fast in the sand, and it's got Ghost Terror to boost the power of Last Respects as well.
Alright, so the next Pokemon's Tyranitar, and this is a pretty, I don't know, like Tyranitar is a very popular Pokemon right now in VGC due to its combination with Lycanroc, but by combining it with Houndstone, we play it a little bit differently. This one's just going to be a straight-up offensive Pokemon, because our team is liking that a little bit beyond the Houndstone and the Annihilate. So by running it with the Life Orb, we get a little bit more damage out of it. We're running just 252 HP, 252 attack with 4 special defense. We're also Terra Flying with Terra Blast, since Garchomp is running around right now. That'll allow us to actually go ahead and be immune to Earthquakes, as well as we're resisting fighting moves now, which is one of Tyranitar's biggest downsides. And obviously Sandstream's going to be super useful for Houndstone, but it'll also allow us to get a little bit of chip damage at the end of each turn, which in VGC is absolutely vital, especially considering how many matches are going to timer nowadays. You want to make sure that you have as big of an HP advantage as you can in this format.
Then we've got the Vaporeon, which is kind of a pseudo Dondozo check. I haven't really used this on other teams yet, so I wanted to check it out. So Vaporeon can haze away Dondozo's Ultra Boost when Tatsugiri goes in its mouth, which is really nice. However, Vaporeon doesn't have good damage into Dondozo itself because Muddy Water and Ice Beam are both resisted. So you need to bear that in mind. Other than that, it's just a solid water type, and it does have a relatively high special attack stat, so you can do some damage with your Muddy Waters and Ice Beams. So it's not just dead weight when you don't go up against Dondozo, but really that would be the main reason to bring it into a fight. So its Terra type is Fire, just because that's quite a nice one defensively for Vaporeon. You can resist some of the grass type attacks that might come your way. But yeah, that's why the Vaporeon's on the team.
Yeah, and Water Absorb is also just like super good into Dozo, since most of them are running Wave Crash. You're basically forcing them to have to go for Order Ups or Earthquakes into you, which isn't ideal. And the final Pokemon is Amoonguss. So, you know... You might be wondering, what does Amoonguss do? Well, it does everything. It solves all of our issues. It is a Pokemon with Rage Powder, Protect, Spore, Sludge Bomb. Now, we're running Sludge Bomb over Clear Smog because we already have our Dozo answer. Like, there isn't too much of a reason. We want a little bit more damage on this guy, considering how passive the rest of our team can be considered. You know, we have Vaporeon, Rabsca, and Amoonguss here. Like, we need to make sure we have some damage output. But its main deal is Mousehold is terrifying, and yes, we do have 2 ghost types, but Mousehold can still kind of mess us up. So being able to Rocky Helmet Rage Powder away the Mousehold hits, surviving it, getting the Regenerator back on switch, and basically coming out almost unscathed is always going to be good. And it's really decent in the Trick Room, since we have that very slow Spore. So, you know, pretty straightforward Pokemon.
Yeah, so that's the team. Let's get into some battles. So before we get into the battles, I just want to show you some testing that Marcos and I did in terms of the interaction between Revival Blessing and Last Respects. So what we're going to do here is have Annihilate go for Final Gambit to see how much Last Respects does, and then we'll go for a Revival Blessing a few times and revive Annihilate so it can go for Final Gambit a few more times to see if that increases the power of Last Respects. Despite us only having 1 fainted Pokemon in Annihilate, it will have been revived and it will have fainted 2 more times. So does that mean that Last Respects only counts 1 fainted Pokemon, or does it count 3 fainted Pokemon? So you can see here that the initial Last Respects after Annihilate went for Final Gambit once, it did about 30% to Dondozo. So that's important to remember. That's our benchmark. 1 fainted Pokemon, 30%. If we then revive it and it goes for Final Gambit again, will it do the same amount because we still only have 1 fainted Pokemon, which is Annihilate? Or will it count Annihilate as 2 fainted Pokemon because of the Revival Blessing? So I've brought in my shiny Rabsca, which I shiny hunted and I am very proud of, and it goes for the Revival Blessing. I choose to revive my Annihilate. I've got the Leper Berry so that I can go for it again, so that we can get some very clear differential damages. If anything is going on, we'll get to test it twice. I've just sped up this footage because I'm just repositioning here, so there's not really very much that you need to see happen, but I'm including it just so that you can kind of follow the sequence of events. We go for the Final Gambit this turn. It takes out the Pawmot. That's kind of irrelevant. What we're focused on is that Annihilate has fainted once, been revived once, and fainted again. Now I'm going to go for another Last Respects, and we can try to see the damage. So it does about 30% raw, or after 1 faint. Now after a revived faint, it's kind of not clear. Maybe it's doing a bit more. But what we're going to do is heal up Dondozo and go for the Last Respect again against a full health Dondozo, so it's really easy to compare to that initial 30% that we saw on the first turn. So I brought in my Rabsca again so I can get another Revival Blessing off. But you can see there that Last Respects did just under half. So it does look like it's probably doing more than the initial Last Respects. So it looks like with a Revival Blessing, if you bring something back and then faint it again, that's actually giving Last Respects the boosts. Now I'm going to do it again, and we'll get one more final gambit off with Annihilate, just to really get a clear differential to see if that's actually the case. And the reason I'm doing this is I always like to test these kind of mechanics in game. A lot of the time, kind of misinformation can be put around the community. Like, a lot of people believe that Rage Fist had base 300 power as its max power. That's not the case. I did the testing, it's actually 350. So it's really important to test these things in the game before they become like established lore that is incorrect. Anyway, so now we've got the final gambit for Annihilate going into the Gothitelle, and that is the last final gambit. That is the final gambit. All the other ones have just been initial or middling final gambits, but that was the final gambit. And this following turn, we can go for a last respects, the last respects into Dondozo to really see at what stage we're at with the damage. Is it doing more than the first one? And you can very clearly see there that is doing more damage to Dondozo. That is definitely doing more damage than the original 30%. So last respects does take into account Revival Blessing feints. So that was really important, and that was the concept behind this team. In VGC, you only ever have 4 Pokemon on your team, and so if Houndstone is your last Pokemon left, the other 3 Pokemon will have fainted. So usually the max base power of Last Respects is base 200. After each of the 3 feints has given a 50 base power boost to the original base 50 power of the move. If you have Revival Blessing with a Leper Berry, you can increase that by 2. So you have 5 Pokemon that faint, each of those give a 50 base power boost to a base 50 power move, meaning you can actually get a 300 power move at the end of it, which is a pretty strong move. And that's the base power that was seen used most of the time in singles where Houndstone got banned. In doubles, it's much more difficult to position Houndstone, but with such a powerful move, we definitely wanted to put a team together to investigate this. So with all that said, let's get into the battles to see if we can get the mechanic to work.
He has Rain,
Rain
which...
team and the boom bursting toxicity. So
yeah,
we could...
Something else we have to be careful of is he does have a ghost type on lead, and I mean...
I think Rabsca and Mungus isn't too bad, to be honest.
No, not at all.
Or we could go Annihilate, but I'm just worried that if they lead the Swift Swim, that will outspeed Annihilate, so that wouldn't be too ideal. But
well, something that we could do is lead off Annihilate and another Pokemon, and then bring in our Tyranitar and get the KO with the final Gambit.
That's true. That's true. So go like maybe a Mungus Monkey, and then but then we're not bringing the dog. But that's fine.
Yeah. I think we're good. Like a Mungus a Mungus Monkey, Tyranitar, and honestly, I'm kind of feeling the dog anyways.
Yeah, I'm feeling the dog anyway. So we're not going for the Trick Room aspect here, but I mean, to be honest, Vaporeon could be pretty good into the team. No, it doesn't do too much though. Let's do this. Let's see.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
The reason I'm thinking we don't even need to revive is because 100 base power is still like a really decent move. We saw how much it did to Doza when we were testing.
Yeah. No, it should do a lot, especially if it's a more offensive team that's reliant on the weather.
Yeah.
So, they were Dreadnought and
Serena.
Yeah, so they...
Honestly, I'm kind of feeling just...
We could protect. The issue is we need to work out whether they're going to hard switch or U-turn with that Serena. Because if they hard switch and we hard switch, we will go last. But if we protect and go for the final Gambit, then they won't get their U-turn off.
Honestly, I think that our biggest issue is getting rid of Dreadnought, because it's like
the
sweeper.
Yeah.
I think that we should always just hard switch and then like target into the Dreadnought, because it seems extremely safe.
But they're not going to go for like a power
whip into a
They can U-turn into a Mungus after we've switched into Tyranitar. So I'm thinking protect and final Gambit.
Yeah, I guess. The only thing is they would have to protect Dreadnought to do that at all. Okay, yeah. So, all right, let's see if he actually got that one right. Because if they did U-turn, that was correct.
Well, no, I'm thinking they might not have done now.
Because they may have play roughed or like knocked off or something.
Yeah.
All right, hopefully they just.
Oh, they did
really
U-turn.
good.
Okay.
Oh my! Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, in the 11,000s, I thought maybe they wouldn't actually go for that immediately.
So,
But all right, yeah, no, Dreadnought's wide open then. I think now we hard switch.
but if they do the same play again, their Dreadnought will outspeed our Annihilate.
No, because we're gonna get the Tyranitar in.
Yeah, but
before there's the U-turn.
Yeah, and then the U-turn happens, and then they get the Pelipper in.
No, because we're Scarf Annihilate. They can't protect the Dreadnought.
Oh,
at all.
true,
We
true,
always
true.
get the final
Yeah.
Gambit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dreadnought has to be Focus Sash to live this, and that isn't terribly common. They're usually like Life Orb. Watch them be Ghost.
Yeah.
That's like the only way this happens. But yeah, if they hard switch, Tyranitar comes in second. If they U-turn, they don't switch out in time.
Okay, so they're not hard switching, but so hopefully they lose their dude here.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Oh, he failed to protect. Look
Oh,
at
he
his face.
tried it, dude. Look at
his
that
face.
Dreadnought. He's like,
Oh my
he's
God.
like, what? It's like I failed to double protect. I'm done.
Okay.
Dude's jaw was hanging wide open. That was insane. All right, yeah, their sweeper's gone, and all we have to do is get in Tyranitar late again. Or, I mean, like, they don't have like spread moves. Is that banded? That isn't
They
banded.
potentially do if they
just
brought
did
the
a lot.
Toxtricity, but it looks like they went for the rain portion of the team.
Yeah, like Amoonguss goes crazy now.
Yeah, apart from the Pelipper is a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, we could also Terra Flying our Tyranitar.
I guess a
But endgame Houndstone's also really good though.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have the Trick Room, so we kind of do want the sand.
Yeah, we also can't Rage Powder away the hit. Honestly, I think that you do, unless they're Goggles Pelipper, I think Rage Powder into Terra Flying Terra Blast into Zarina is always going to be our correct play, because they have to be Goggles to beat that.
But how do we beat the Pelipper?
Rock Slide, because if like the only way they beat it is if they're Goggles.
Okay. And what, Rage Powder?
Yeah, because we don't want to get like not scalded, but like Chilling Watered. They might be Muddy Water, but Chilling Water is a little bit more popular, I think.
Yeah.
Or Hydro Pump, I mean.
Okay. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, worst thing that could happen is they like U-turn, and then we just catch something else, but it isn't that bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really powerful Terra Blast, so...
Yeah.
Drop kick.
Drop kick.
It shouldn't save
yeah,
them.
we're
It
fine.
shouldn't
We get an
save them.
attack drop, but it's still like good damage.
And I think we can maybe switch T-Tar out. This won't okay, will it?
Hurricane.
No.
No, I don't think so. Mungus is crazy. All right, how much is this doing?
It should be an okay, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Zarina's pretty
yeah,
bulky.
it is.
Oh.
It is.
Oh yeah, we're Life Orb. Never mind.
Yeah, we're a life orb. Yeah, we're powerful.
Right. The only thing concerning is they're faster than us, which was to be expected, but it's basically just like if they have the Toxtricity, that could be a little bit annoying. Oh, it's King Gambit.
Oh, that's not good for
Okay.
our guy in the back.
Yeah. Okay, hear me out.
I think
Rage Powder and get in the Houndstone.
Yeah, I definitely think getting the Houndstone. Rage Powder might not help if they go for the dark type attack.
I mean the Pelipper should outspeed, but
I'm thinking like
we could just try to.
I'm thinking just
we could
try to
protect,
spore.
actually.
Because if we get the spore off, yeah, I want to spore. Although maybe King
Alright.
Gambit was wrong because they are sometimes safety goggles.
I don't know, maybe they Sucker Punch. It's an option.
Yeah. Wide guard. They were
Wide guard?
predicting the
Okay.
rock slide.
I'll take it. I mean, they probably. What did they do here then? Kowtow Cleave, please be into Amoonguss.
Okay, that's good.
Yes!
Because we get Rocky Helmet, which is really nice.
Yeah, and now we have a really. Oh yeah, no. Now we have a really strong Last Respects that we can always target into the Pelipper.
We definitely Fairy Terror here, I think. Oh no, we can't Fairy Terror
can't.
because we've already terrored. So
All right. I don't think they Tailwind. Actually, it might be worth it to double protect this turn, to break the sash on the Pelipper.
they could Tailwind. They could.
I don't know if they would though. Like I think they just want to KO Tyranitar.
But I still
and Houndstone's still at speed.
Could we wisp
like
King
it doesn't
Gambit,
help them too much.
Would that be alright?
We could, yeah, and then go for Rock Slide.
And Rock Slide or Protect.
Then,
we could Protect with this because.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Rock Slide.
I'm
doing it.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't think they'll Wide Guard again because we showed it.
Oh! Yeah, there's the sucker. All right, we're fine. We live. It basically comes down to if they doubled the Tyranitar.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
They did.
Hydro Pump. Okay. So hear me out. I think we're just fine because how many turns of sand do we have?
That's another boost to the Last Respects, though. So
Yeah.
Do you think Last Respects will one-hit KO a Pelipper?
Oh, 100%. It's just a matter of if they Sucker Punch here. So I kind of want to Sucker Punch stall them out.
But we'll get hit by Pelipper, so or we could.
That's true. Have they revealed Protect?
They haven't. I mean, they're Wide Guard, so I would imagine they might not have Protect on Pelipper. It would probably be Tailwind.
Then we just attack Pelipper here. Then yeah, we just attack. Pelipper
we can always stall out. We'll survive one Sucker Punch, so we can always stall that out.
Yeah, because Houndstone's crazy. All right, here it is. Thumbnail.
I still think we lose though. I don't think we have damage into King Gambit.
No, we're good. This is a really strong Last Respects, and we live the Kowtow Cleave barring a crit. We take a Sucker Punch too, so I think what we actually
What do you mean we take
protect.
a Sucker Punch?
They're burnt.
Did you just see how much damage the Kowtow Cleave?
Yeah. Kowtow Cleave's 15 base power stronger than Sucker Punch. We get the Sucker Punch.
No, we don't.
So yes, we do. Yeah, we totally do. We protect here.
Yeah, we definitely protect here.
Yeah, they have to like Swords Dance to live this, but I think they're AV. But no, I guarantee you, we're gonna live the Sucker Punch. You have my guarantee as a physicist. Yes, I know the physics of Sucker Punch.
I really don't think that it's that much of a power decrease because oh no, but we're taking so they did like what 91
Think
damage.
about it. It's yeah, and it's all right. Think about it. It's 70 base power. It becomes 35. It's a 35 base power move, and we're Houndstone.
Yeah, but the last move was an 85 base power move, and it did that much.
Yeah, we're good.
I think I'd protect again here.
I'm not gonna lie. It probably comes down to a roll, but
okay.
I don't think the protect will help us.
I'll do this. I'll Last Respect.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
We'd have to.
He didn't.
Oh,
that did nothing.
See?
I told you.
Oh wait, nothing. Hold on. Okay, I thought maybe it would do more.
Yeah, that was awful.
I really thought it would do more there.
At that point, like, yeah, it was still our most
200 base
move.
power, right?
Yeah, it was still our most powerful move, but that was disappointing. Yeah.
I'll stand by the fact that we would have lived a Sucker Punch. I'll stand by that.
I really don't think we did.
You know what? I'm gonna run the calc while we look for another game.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So it was a King Gambit, Assault Vest set. Let's assume max attack. He was burnt. Here it is. Status burnt. Sucker Punch does. How much health were we at?
Like 65 after.
65 HP.
Yeah.
Oh. So if we assume that he was like a negative attack nature.
Okay.
Yeah, the minimum was 67. Okay, maybe you were right.
Right, so I'm really liking Rabsca in this matchup because we do have the Terror Ground, but we need to be careful about Dondozo. So I think Vaporeon has to come back.
Actually, what I'm scared of is the Focus Sash Lycanroc stuff.
Yeah, I mean we can double it if we want to, but I would Trick Room and then double it the next turn.
Yeah, well, the reason I'm like concerned is like because we could lead off with the Houndstone and go for a burn immediately onto the Lycanroc to stop it from doing what it wants to do, because we also can't be endeavored.
I would prefer to like do this because I think we have a good second turn, and then definitely bring Vaporeon. But we need some damage. I'm guessing the best thing to do would be.
Mr. Beagle.
Yeah, Mr. Beagle.
Mr. Beagle's got this.
Let's see. Let's see. I do want to Terra Ground because we're weak to Rock Slide, but if we Terra Ground, then we resist both of them.
Yeah, and it comes down to flinches. That's the scariest thing.
I know, yeah, 2 Rock Slides they're gonna flinch. But if we can get a Spore off as well, although they could, oh, that's a weird lead. That's not what I expected.
Tyranitar Tatsugiri. They might be Specs Tatsugiri. That's really scary. Because that is a really common partner for Dozo.
But we can just Rage Powder here. I mean, they might go for the Terra Blast, but we've got Revival Blessing as long as we get the Trick Room up.
Yeah, my concern is like Muddy Water.
Oh, Muddy Water Rock Slide actually, yeah, because we've got the ground, so we don't really avoid. I still think Terra Ground might be the best play though, even though.
Yeah. I think you're right, but we might not even want to Rage Powder. We might want to just Spore the Tyranitar.
Yeah. And Spore Tyranitar.
Because like even if like Rabsca goes down here, we still like have a chance with Amoonguss then. You know, we still like sleep something. All right, that's gonna be Terra Water.
It's not gonna be.
Oh wait, that's us.
That's
stupid.
That's us.
Yeah, I'm stupid. I'm so used to seeing my character.
Yeah. Okay, come on, Rabsca. I'm guessing. Oh, they protected. This is such a good turn.
Oh, okay.
Please just Rock Slide.
As long as we don't get flinched.
As long as we don't get
flinched.
flinched.
As long as like one or the other doesn't get flinched, we're fine. One or the other.
Okay, that's a good start.
All right. Spore. All right, come on. Give us the other one. Give us the other one, and we're good. Come on.
Yes!
Yes! Okay, dude, we totally just doubled the Tatsugiri. They already protected.
But if they switch in Dondozo, what happens?
If they switch in Dondozo, it's a little bit troubling, but I don't think that they would here because there's an Amoonguss on the field.
I can just Earth Power and Spore.
Yeah, well, my concern is like there is like an Amoonguss on the field under Trick Room, so Dondozo is like almost never safe because they should assume we're Clear Smog.
Yeah, but they did it.
Okay, they're just playing poorly. All right, yeah, I mean that works. We got the playoff. If we get a special defense drop, that'd be really good.
Yeah, that would be good. I guess this next turn it's switch into Vaporeon and Spore probably.
Yeah, I think is he Goggles?
No, we targeted the other slot.
All right, how much is this doing?
Decent amount. Is it lefties?
All right. Yeah, and then like just Spore into Vaporeon's like very safe.
Yeah.
I'm glad the Vaporeon did something. I was kind of concerned like we would never bring it.
Yes. I to be honest, I haven't actually seen too many Dondozos on the ladder. Or if I see them, they don't tend to come.
Yeah.
So it's actually
the
cool to fight one.
The most frustrating thing about being a VGC YouTuber is like I always hear there's a lot of like comments that are like very vocal, and they'll be like, "Oh, Dondozo is actually very awful. It's a bad Pokemon because everyone knows how to counter it." And I'm like, "Yeah, but that makes it really easy for the people who use Dondozo to know what other people are gonna do."
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was Resto Chesto.
Oh, that's
so like I yeah. All right, wait, let's go. Do it again. He's still sleeping. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
His eyes took forever to open.
So we can haze Spore?
Honestly, you can just I don't even see a point in like sporing.
Just Sludge Bomb.
I guess it's like technically better, but like I think Sludge Bomb's also just fine because we wall out this whole thing.
I mean, if we poison, that's kind of okay, but yeah, we're not doing any damage.
Yeah. Watch, he's gonna be Fissure. Alright, it was order up, we're fine.
Take some damage.
Yeah, Spore makes more sense now.
Spore definitely makes sense, and we can maybe switch this turn to... Do we have much Trick Room left?
It doesn't matter too much, I think. I mean, Rabsca can, like, technically come in here.
We've only got one turn.
But, oh yeah, and that also gives it the opportunity to immediately attack next turn, since it'll move first.
Yeah, so we'll get a chance to wake up.
Yeah, I think we do go Rabsca.
Yeah, let's try it, and we'll just Spore.
Yeah, if they're running Rest, they probably don't have Protect, because Protect's exclusive to, like, leftover sets.
Yeah. This is such weird positioning.
Yeah. Also, this will allow us to basically like prevent it from rest stalling us out.
Yeah. Because this turn, what I do is Trick Room, and I can Rage Powder. Trick Room Rage Powder is safe here.
Yeah, and then we just go on the offensive again.
Yeah. And we can even Revival Blessing our Amoonguss if we want to.
Yeah, if it wakes up here, we just get it back. I wonder how Revival Blessing interacts with, what's it called, Regenerator? Like, does Amoonguss come back with, like, 80?
That's a good question. I don't think so, but that would be nice.
It'd be really broken.
Now I think we KO with this combination.
Yeah, actually, I think... Wait, is Bug Buzz 90 or 80?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I think they're both... Oh, what? It has no speed. Oh, no. Oh, that's good, because they KO themselves with Rocky Helmet, and we get a hit into Tatsugiri.
Yeah, I will never understand no speed investment Dondozo.
Yes.
I will never understand it.
Oh, wait. We didn't... Did they knock off our... Oh, is the Order Up's not a contact move? I didn't know that. That's good knowledge.
Yeah, no.
I didn't know that.
Alright.
Okay, that's fine. So...
I guess it also lost its boost, so maybe it does have speed and it just wasn't enough. Yeah, Vaporeon just comes in here, because Tatsugiri just gets, like, annihilated by this, too. They might protect, right? But it might just be worth it to double attack anyway, since I don't think Tyranitar burned a turn of sleep yet.
My concern is that, so just like Earth Power Tatsugiri and, Ice Beam Tatsugiri.
Yeah. Wait, isn't Earth Power 80 base power and Bug Buzz 90?
I think they're both 90, but we can double check next time. Sorry, I should have checked that you said last time. Oh, is this fire? Is this fire? Oh, it's gonna be that. That hasn't taken the time.
Oh yeah, they're both 90. Never mind. I don't know why I thought Earth Power was 80.
I guess it's protect. So I'm assuming they did that because they didn't want to take the super effective damage from Vaporeon, but they'll have to take it.
Yeah. And they haven't burned a turn of sleep yet. This is just avoiding a single Earth Power.
No, I assume them as well. So.
What do you think the last Pokemon is?
Yeah, I was just gonna check that. So that's their first turn. They could wake up next turn, but
yeah,
it's not.
We could Revival here.
Yeah, Tyranitar's really not that threatening into Rabsca.
Yeah, like because we could Revival and then like Ice Beam T-Tar.
Yeah. Their last could be Lycanroc.
It's either
or Garchomp.
It might be Lycanroc, but they usually lead off with that. It's either I think it's either Garchomp or Core, probably Garchomp, which we can beat with Houndstone pretty easily.
I'm gonna Revival Blessing because I think I actually take an attack from Tatsugiri anyway, and I'll get some damage into Tyranitar because it threatens Houndstone a bit if it's got Crunch.
And we have a decent amount of physical defense on this Vaporeon. We should be alright.
Yeah, if we had Revival Blessing last time, we'd have been in a better position.
Eat the berry.
Okay. So Amoonguss
crazy.
is back.
Leopardberry's like never been good in VGC this year, just because we have a 1 PP move. Alright.
It's AV.
Yeah, that is 100% AV.
And that's an unfortunate wait.
Ice Punch. We live. Probably Muddy Water here.
Draco
Meteor. Oh, that's fine.
That was a crit. That was not fine. But it's whatever.
Yeah. We're good. We eat our citrus, don't we?
Yeah. Now it's going to be Protect with Tatsu. Vaporeon is actually quite useful here, though, and...
Yeah, because it was at Tatsu endgame, and it beats Garchomp to an extent, if we can, like, get it under Trick Room. How many turns of TR are left?
I think... one.
One? Oh, wait, and there's still a ton of turns of Sandstorm?
Yeah.
We can get in Houndstone here.
Hard switch?
Yeah, like, we hard switch Rabsca for Houndstone, and we just Ice Beam the T-Tar again.
Okay. Yeah.
And honestly, if we lose our Vaporeon here, that's even better.
I mean, sort of. Although I think Vaporeon probably has a good matchup into whatever they have in the back. Yeah. Oh, that was a return crit. Was it? Yeah, return crit.
Yeah.
So they'll go down to the sand.
the sand that they set up themselves.
Oh.
And now we have a pretty strong move. Draco shouldn't KO from this range. He's at -2. He has to crit.
Okay.
All right, we're good. We're good. T-Tar goes down, and we have a Sandrush Houndstone.
Yeah, this isn't too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, we can actually get in like a Moongus here, and the only way that they could beat us is like if their last Pokemon is Garchomp. But even then, we can just go for like Rage Powder plus Will-O-Wisp, and they don't win because they're burnt and their Tatsugiri is at -4.
Yeah, we'll see. So it's Lycanroc who outspeeds us, but oh, they're gonna Mudslide.
That's if we. Yeah, that's really close.
We can protect Spore. Protect Spore.
Yeah, that's the play is protect Spore. Unfortunately.
Oh god.
They have to Rock Slide, but it basically comes down to if they flinch the Amoonguss, which, look, we're 2 for 2 on not flinching to Rock Slide. I'm confident we'll get another one.
Mm-hmm. Miss.
Here it is.
Oh, God. Okay, so that did no damage.
Yeah, I think Amoonguss can just barely take a Draco. Oh, he Muddy Water.
That's
Dude,
gonna do no
if we get an accuracy drop, I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
Don't do this
Good.
to me.
Okay, that's
Let's go.
Good.
Yeah, alright, so you get Amoonguss off the field.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, they can't protect the Lycanroc and they're always Focus Sash. I think you actually just double attack.
I do
Yeah,
like...
no, you have to. You have to double attack.
Why?
Because
Because Amoonguss comes back healthier and they don't have damage into it. If I switch out.
That's true, but it is risking the man, because they're always Focus Sash is the issue, and if they wake up, like we're gonna be like in real rough shape. Oh, this is
not
hard.
really, because Amoonguss will be healthier when it comes back in.
Yeah, true. I'm also just concerned about like
Okay.
Endeavor stuff.
Okay, Endeavor's not okay. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's double attack it because I don't think Tatsu KOs Amoonguss.
Yeah, it might not even KO our Houndstone, to be honest.
But our sand runs out as well, so it will outspeed us next turn.
All right, we just have to not get an accuracy drop on Amoonguss. Draco Meteor.
Yeah, that's KOs.
That's fine. That's fine.
Now it's at min special attack, and I think it might be that both of my Pokemon can take an attack from it. If Sand runs out this turn, I don't want any more chip on Amoonguss. Because then otherwise Muddy Water might be their win con. Okay.
And honestly, I think the way that we do this is you don't even Trick Room. I think you just Revival Blessing. Because we get a healthier Pokemon in the back, and you go for Spore here.
Which Pokemon would I bring back, though? Oh yeah, Houndstone.
You would bring back Houndstone, yeah.
Oh, Vaporeon.
Or even like Vaporeon does
yeah.
it too. Like both work. But I think Houndstone outspeeds Tatsugiri because we're like max speed, aren't we?
Do we Sludge Bomb or do we Spore?
Oh, we Spore. We Spore.
Yeah.
Because if Sludge Bomb doesn't, if Sludge Bomb doesn't KO, we lose.
Oh, they Draco.
Draco Meteor.
Oh my god!
That's fine.
Rabsca! Yes!
Yo!
Wow, this Pokemon! So...
How many Pokemon did they KO on our side of the field this game?
I really want to do Houndstone just because it's a Houndstone
Yeah,
video.
yeah, we do Houndstone.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's so funny.
All right. I don't see how they win. They're probably gonna forfeit here.
I want to see the Earth Power KO. Oh,
Yeah.
god damn it. Ah,
That's
Rabsca.
fine, that's
Rabsca
fine.
was a beast. That was so good. Wow.
I honestly thought it was gonna drop to Draco, but yeah, no, I liked that ultimatum because basically Muddy Water never KO'd Amoonguss, and it had like a low chance of like, it had a chance to like miss, right?
Yeah.
And if they Draco'd, we just get like the win con regardless.
Yeah. So I think that we'll end it there because those were some pretty intense battles and they go on for quite a while when you end up having 6 effective Pokemon on your team.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think that was really fun and it kind of showed the Revival Blessing and Houndstone combination. I'm just glad that we've got to explore it a bit more.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the interaction between Revival Blessing and Last Respects is a really cool mechanic that I'm glad we figured out.
Yeah, it was really, really cool to actually see that in game. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more. go over to Marcus's channel because, as I said, we've got a really, really cool team. I actually prefer that Rabsca Veluza team. I think it's so cool. You won't see Veluza used as effectively anywhere else other than that team. So go and watch Marcus's video, which will be linked in the description. Do you have any last words, Marcus?
Revival blessing forever.
Yeah. All right, that's going to be all for today. I've been Foo, you've been awesome, and hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.